Let me explain. So as the plans sit right now, we are bringing a new truck to the channel, and probably not in the capacity you think. We'll go over all of that in the YouTube video right now, as well as looking around the truck and the current state it sits in right now, and a lot's gonna be answered throughout the video, so just stay tuned, guys. Also, if you guys aren't subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe, because I am aiming to hit 10,000 by the time desert season starts. I know it's a short window, but I think we could do it. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram as well, and make sure you check out shopdesertdime.com for all Desert Dime apparel. Now, the only way that you guys are gonna get answers to what is going on with this truck, we have to go through this shop to get those answers.
Hello. Stop me down a little.
For that? Yeah. Or when do you leave? Sunday. Okay, yeah.
All right, the people have a lot of questions about the truck, and you are the only one that has the ansers. I guess we both have answers, but...
First, go to gettinthecar.com and buy one of these hats.
I thought we were doing this thing that we're supposed to do.
Are you zooming in on that one?
On the on the whole gettinthecar.com, dude. You got branding literally everywhere in here.
Zooming in on this.
This is a family-friendly channel.
Or these in here.
Get
a load of these
for
two.
Saturday. So this
These
is
are my
perfect.
secretaries.
So if it's tomorrow, then
You're doing great, girls.
Yeah, that works.
I think we're already off to a fantastic start here. You want to finish eating before we go do this? You want to eat while we? You want to eat while we? You're not you're fucking Brad Pitt. This guy thinks he's Brad Pitt. This truck is coming to the channel, but it is not my new truck. We're getting that out of the way first. This is this beautiful man's truck.
It could be yours.
It could. I don't know. We'll see how it is by the end of this whole series that we're doing. But
yeah, if we make it cool, I'll let you drive it.
all right. So we need a little backstory of how we ended up, I guess, in this entire situation. At last year's King of Hammers, 2025 King of Hammers, I was off-roading my truck, and I got a message that Paul was out doing some jump photo shoot at Two Dune. And I was like, okay, let's go see Paul. Let's go see what's up. We get out there. Paul's there in his truck, jumping over his Scion side-by-side with a lady. There was a lady in front of the truck.
She had her shirt off.
There are pictures. There's a picture somewhere. There's pictures. Anyways, that's how I met him.
Go to gettinthecar.com.
While they're out there doing the shoot, Blake here was driving this truck. I didn't get a chance to look at the truck while we were there, but I knew he was out there. I knew he had this truck. The more we got hanging out here in Huntington Beach, I got to see the truck more, and they became very big fans of off-roading in King of the Hammers. We'll say that.
I was already a fan of off-roading. My dad used to build Ivan Stewart's truck.
Oh.
Son of a bitch.
Little background, a little lore there.
I had a 1989 Toyota pickup with a Tundra one-piece front end and some of the first arms that Wicked Creations ever made.
So anyways, as we get to talking, they have their own YouTube channels and multiple different platforms that they put videos on. Gettinthecar.com. And he said, dude, some of our best performing videos were from King of the Hammers. So
yeah,
I start piecing all these different pieces of the puzzle together, thinking, okay, they're going to be back out of King of Hammers this year. He's got a truck that has probably been sitting since King. Have you driven this since King of the Hammers? So anyways, we start piecing all these pieces of the puzzle together. They're going to be out at King of Hammers this year. He's got this truck. It hasn't been touched since last King of Hammers, we'll say. So I'm thinking, dude, I have no truck right now. I have no content to make for you guys. And this truck looks like it needs some love, because we have some very big plans for King of the Hammers as well, which we might touch on at the end of the video.
Jacob will be doing a lot of work on this truck, and I'm gonna let him. Is that a good idea? Let me know in the comments.
So, first of all, let's just start with the year, make, model, and the special trim you got.
This is a 2002 F150 Harley Davidson edition quad cab with a 5.4 Triton V8 and a supercharger factory, just like the Lightnings.
It's not your typical F-150, and I think that's the reason you won't let it go, considering the amount of times I've told you to let it go.
No, I like it.
So he will never let go of the truck, at least for now.
When I graduated high school, I called my grandma to buy this truck, and she said no.
You got it now.
I got it now.
Built by somebody else. So I think this video series might be also a very good learning experience to learn all the ins and outs of the truck.
That guy fucked me over big time. I'll definitely be dropping his name.
Okay.
Come over here.
Dude, we need to get to the truck. You're just so distracted.
This is part of it. This is part of the story of this truck.
Oh, the extra one you have is the original?
This is the original
I thought you
motor.
fixed the original and it still had the original.
This is the original motor, and the original supercharger's in the shipping container.
So anyways, let's just start front to back. A lot of this is unknown by him. It's partially known by me just by eyeballing it, but I think what we really need to do is find out who the original owner slash builder of the truck was to get more insight. Maybe in a second episode, but...
Yeah, maybe we should go knock on the guy's door that sold this to me.
Did he build it or did he buy it built?
He bought it.
Yeah, so we need to find the builder
Yeah.
who originally had this. Maybe somebody here already knows just by looking at
Yeah,
it.
probably.
Custom fabricated front bumper with a valence that...
That's called Valence.
I pronounce valence.
Valence.
Valence? That's a little cracked, needs a little bit of love.
We can just do a new one because I want to take these out because only one of them works.
What? That the light over there doesn't?
Both of them. Yeah, I want to take. We'll take this whole thing out, cut a new one, put a new one in, and get some Baja design lights.
I was like, are these Baja designs or Chinese?
No, these are Chinese. We'll just get Chinese if they don't want to fuck with us.
I know a light company that would.
Perfect. So I need lights.
I'm not a Ford guy. I'm a Toyota guy. I'll be honest up front. So we need the Ford guys in here to go ahead and help us out in the comment section. I have no idea whose kit this is. It doesn't even resemble any kit that I've ever even seen before. I don't know if it's because it's an old generation or if it's some company that no longer exists, or maybe a one-off kit by somebody. It's got a long travel kit on it. It looks to be...
Someone said this was mid-travel. I said, fuck you.
That's a whole different debate we don't even have time for right now. It's looking like 3.0's internal bypass with the finned remote reservoirs. It's got the king bumps, double strapped, but the issue you were explaining...
Yeah, this is not at the same angle, so it's shearing off because I fucking hit it.
Multiple times?
Yeah.
It's sheared multiple times?
Yeah. I bring an extra one out to the desert.
So part of the rehab might be lopping off the limit straps and re-angling them, getting them right so he doesn't keep shearing off limit straps every time he droops out.
I think it'd probably be easier to change the mounting point down here. Cut this off, build something out, box it in right here so it's straight up and down. My first pre-runner, 35s was like the big fucking deal.
Yeah, it's a new day and age.
Yeah.
37s are the new 35s, but you're already on 37, so you're fine.
Yep, I fit in.
Not sure who, do you know who makes these wheels?
Yeah, they're Robbie Gordon.
I was gonna say they look like Robbie's, I didn't know if they were reps.
They are.
You on reps?
No, they're Robbie Gordons, they're not real beadlocks.
Anyways, 37-inch KO2s, which, I mean, they still got decent life on them. You don't really need to...
It did have Bajas on it, but they're too loud.
Oh, these mud terrains?
I'll put them back on the
KR2s.
This is hooked up to the regular fuel tank.
Oh, shit, I didn't even know you had a cell back here. You guys got so much...
You're not going to do that with this one.
Yeah, I didn't even know if there was a whole fuel cell back here.
Yeah. Spot for a jack, spot for shit. But I really want to cage this thing, honestly.
Yeah.
I would feel much safer with it caged.
It needs a cab cage. You got the bed cage. You're running, it looks like a 2.5 3.2 bypass with a remote reservoir, so still might benefit from going up to a 3.0. Not entirely sure. We have to ask our guys over at King about that. I got a guy. I know a guy. So yeah, you got the bed cage. You got the bypasses. You have the Deaver leaf springs, which make your unique Get in the Car podcast leaves.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah, dude, I've never been that special before. I don't have a custom name pack like you do.
Deaver's a day one homies.
Spring under.
But also, real quick, those are just thrown in on stock mounts, I think.
Yeah, so that's an issue that he brings up when I brought up this rebuild series.
There's no new shackles.
He would like new shackles and hangers for this. That's just a personal thing.
I'll 4-link it. I don't give a fuck. I'll 4-link this bitch, cage it, and jump it over the moon.
I know a fabricator. You know.
I have a
welder.
welder.
I was like, you know a shit ton of fabricators. That might spin the whole trajectory of this series into a complete build series instead of a rehab series.
Get the sponsors. I'll do it.
Dude, crazy.
If they want to see something cool.
That's the rough down and dirty of it. I just wanted to show you guys sort of the bones it has and that it's been sitting for a while. So the original idea, which I don't know if we're still going to stick to or if shit's going to snowball, was to just pull all the shocks out, send them off to get rebuilt, pull off all the suspension, repaint it, repaint the frame, get new body mounts, like basically just a rehab. You're just refreshing it for the
Wrap
season.
it or repaint it.
New bushings, times, whatever it needs, you know? And yeah, get her looking good again. Get her...
Maybe some new body mounts?
Oh yeah, no, I looked at that one. That's why I said new body mounts. The most awkward thing to throw in that list. Yeah, that might make a little difference. But yeah, I was essentially just getting her ready to go ahead and abuse for 2 to 3 weeks, depending on how long you stay at King of the Hammers, and possibly more trips beyond that. Like if you ever want to come to a Desert Dime night run.
I'd love to. I need lights though.
Yes, we will find lights. Out of all the companies that we could bring on board for this, I feel like I'm most confident about a light company that I know. I want to check and see. You're not bumped in the rear, right? You said you lopped off the. Oh yeah, I could see the.
Yeah.
I could see the metal trunks of where the bump used to be.
Yeah, those are somewhere.
But you still have the bumps.
Yeah,
we just need to find them.
They're somewhere.
And the rear end's not strapped though, is it?
Right.
You're probably limited by the shackles and hangers, honestly.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
New development. We have expert opinion coming from your favorite fabricator / truck builder. Go ahead, repeat.
Oh my god.
Repeat.
No, I don't know if I'm right though. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm like 99% sure. So
99% sure that these might be rep
don't
wheels.
want to share false information.
Alright, so Mr. George and I here are trying to figure out why the limit straps are blowing out and shearing off every time. After drooping it out, you can see that these 2 points are just not lined up at all. Down here you can see the straight angle they're trying to go at is way off from the way these are going, both in like a turned corkscrew kind of way, but also at like just a mounting point from like A to B. It's not a straight line. They're not happy, they're not stoked. And then on the passenger side here, you could even see right there, that's not cash money. That's not what you want to see. So we definitely found the culprit of why they keep shearing themselves off. So I think those mounts have to be lopped off completely and lined up a little more proper. Alan also did some digging and found out that this kit right here is more than likely a CST kit, an old CST kit. One last question, you know any reputable companies that make shackles and hangers for this generation of F-150?
Not that I know of off the top of my head, but I can make some if no one does.
For all your fabrication and truck building needs, Mejia Metalworks. Well, thank you for the insight from a professional. You have a good day, sir. I'll see you soon.
Alright, I'll talk to you later.
All right, bye. We got insight. These wheels might be reps. It's okay, nobody needs to know.
I don't care.
We found out more than likely what kit you have on the truck. With it now drooped out, you can see how absolutely these limit strap mounts are. I think the angle altogether of just the clevis needs to be kicked inward more.
Yeah, but I think it's easier to move that out more
The bottom.
instead of fuck with all this shit. Like all,
Well, you just
then you're
cut-
getting into that and
Yeah,
getting
so
into
you
that.
cut,
Cut on the bottom and you cut that tab off.
Plot twist, he is strapped in the back. The rear does get a surprising amount of droop. Yeah, see? Got the straps in there. You're solid, dude. I mean, they're a little frayed, but
I wonder how it would feel with bumps because it did so good in the whoops.
Yeah.
I beat Paul.
I was gonna put that in here. This is the truck that beat Paul Fisher in the whoops.
That's right. Just fucking lopped off.
Yeah, I was looking at that, and right above it too, the bed support right there.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Fucking bitch.
Are we sure this thing even needs to be rehab? She's f***ing mint.
It'll go.
She's minty.
I'll tell you what, it'll go just like it is.
We had no reason to droop out the back right now. I just kind of wanted to do it while we had the jack already. I just wanted to see that thing. Tooted and booted, dude. Met her at the club. You know what's up. Took her to the crib, and you know what? So he said if I get enough sponsors to get on board with this, that he'll give me the truck when it's done being rehabbed. You shake your head no for. You can't back out on the deal now, dude. We got it on camera.
No, you don't.
All right, now that we've looked at the truck, let's go ahead and pull it back out front and we will talk to Val herself and see if we could get some sort of idea or some sort of insight at what's actually gonna be going down at King of the Hammers and the whole reason we're doing this rehab series. You responded to the exhaust pretty well. We need to know just a little sneak peek or insight of what might happen at King of the Hammers.
what might happen at King of the Hammers. I'm not totally sure yet. We don't have everything all planned out, but it's definitely going to be a party. We're going to be camping at Laser Town. We're going to watch some bands play. We're going to go to Chocolate Thunder. Did I say that right? I always call it what is it?
Chocolate Thunder.
Oh, fuck.
I just want to know what you call it.
I don't know. I call it something dirty. I don't remember what, though. But yeah, it's going to be fun. We might do some little events there. We're not totally sure yet.
Are the podcasts happening regardless?
Podcasts?
I feel like they could happen regardless. You see a camera and 2 mics.
Yeah, it's real. I mean, we could do it in the hot tub at the campsite.
I don't know if people want to see BJ Baldwin in a hot tub. Maybe,
yeah, they do.
Maybe.
Next to me. Yeah, I'm really excited about it. We had a lot of fun last year.
Yeah,
cool.
you rode in, I'm gonna throw these.
Yeah.
You rode in this last year. How was it? Because it was pretty much in the same state it sits right now. Was it?
Well, last year my back was really f***ed up while I was there. Like, it was hurting to even walk around. And so all I really remember is that it was hurting my back really bad.
So it needs the rehab.
Yeah.
It needs the shocks rebuilt. It needs maybe a tune. The body mounts, I don't know if you saw the body mounts there. Corroding, falling apart in the truck.
Fun.
So that might contribute as to why it was hurting your back.
Yeah.
So
all of our cars are falling apart. Everything needs something.
I only know off-road, so I'll try to take care of this.
All right.
I'll try to take care of it.
All right.
Just so you don't get absolutely banged up out there.
Yeah, my back's still hurting, so I need it nice and smooth.
All right, we'll see what we can do. We need companies. We need companies on board.
We do. We need some help here.
But we'll get it done. We'll see what we can get done. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dude, being a Toyota boy who came from a V6 Tacoma, I don't know why they trust me behind the wheel of a supercharged V8. All right, guys, so that is the story, update, history, plans, future plans with this whole truck coming to the channel and all the stuff we plan to do to it leading up to the King of Hammers. And who knows what's even going to happen at King of the Hammers. We've talked about some very, very big plans. It's just a matter if we can execute them properly before King of Hammers comes. So stay tuned to the series. Follow me on Instagram. Follow Get in the Car on Instagram. Follow Blake on Instagram, because if big things do happen, or even if they're small things, we're still going to be posting about them on there. And let's see if we could pump a little more life back into this truck before Hammers. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode.
Welcome to my party. We're just getting started. A life is a dream.